Hey guys, welcome back to another Tales of Arise stream. So I thought of putting my resolution. I talked about
I
this
hate
a bit.
camping out.
Off camera. I'll look at the cabin now. Can I look at the cabin? Okay, just want to make sure. But I talked about a bit yesterday how like I figured out the settings in Streamlabs OBS to so I actually stream in HD and the streams don't look like shit. And I assumed it would mean the VODs on YouTube would look like shit. But I mean, I exported the VOD onto YouTube. I just got confessed a little bit. Sorry, bear with me. But I exported the VOD to YouTube right after the stream, and I checked, and it's still only in standard depth. Still only at 360p, not even 480, 360p, and it looks like shit. I don't know. Like, yeah, I obviously expected it to take maybe a few hours, not like a whole day, not like a whole 24 hours. So I don't know if I just still got to wait, or if there's some fuckery happening. Because if there's some fuckery happening, I'm gonna have to figure some shit out. But yeah. That's enough of my rant. A quick rant. I typed in bed real quick. Can I take this one first?
I'll take you all on.
I never miss.
No escape. Be still. Take this. Don't let them form a pack.
By the power
You're
of
mine.
water, this
I'll
is
run you
it.
through. Lightning thrust. Talon
Nice.
storm.
Alright. I'm hoping I can figure out that shit with the VODs. Because I really like my VODs on YouTube don't shit. I honestly might just have to record locally at the same time as I stream. Then just upload it from my computer up to the channel. If I can.
Normally I
figure a
don't
way
pick on the
to
weak.
to
One more.
You're finished. You're
This
surrounded.
explosion is
Stay
so
calm. Take this.
useful.
Hear me.
You're mine.
Airborne beast. My specialty.
Take this. You're finished.
There. How is it?
We got flyers.
I got this. Let a marksman handle it.
It's over. All yours. Here I come.
If these enemies
You're
are weak to
finished. This one's all
fire.
mine.
I'm on
Dragon
fire. Gemini Alpha.
Not today.
Nope. So I don't think so.
Mega ray.
Pathetic.
Razor tip feather. Oh,
Phew. What
this
a rush.
rosemary. Okay. So, we'll look at this side.
An opponent
If
like
it's in
this
the
should
sky,
be easy.
it's mine.
I'm not done. Lightning thrust.
But
Slide. Don't go charging off
keep
like
mashing
that.
button triangle.
You're finished.
Lightning.
Run you through. Be still.
Here, do it. Chill! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished.
Nice. Okay. Tomatoes. Apples. My first time finding apples? Huh. I've been finding apple gel all over the place. Don't fight me.
No choice.
I should have saved you.
You're finished. It's over.
Gemini Aqua!
Here I come.
By the power
It's
of
over.
water!
It's over.
Mega Ray! By the power of water!
Slash. Here I come. You're
I'm on it.
Here I come.
I'm only
It's
getting
over.
started!
Not half bad.
Could you try to be less patriotic?
I didn't mean nothing by it. I'm sure I can put this to use.
Thorn ore. Fighting with sharp thorns, extracting and refining is highly dangerous, and the bloodshed entailed is said to make it even sharper. What? Oh, and I got a 3 parallax time. Anything over here? Something mine over here. Fuck are those? Hold on. Berserker.
Brace yourselves. This one's tough. Eat
They're
this.
not weak to.
Mine!
They're not weak to fire.
It's over. Lightning thrust. Talon. Mirage. Touch. Cannon. Strike.
God, it's powerful.
You're mine. You're finished.
I'm out!
You're mine. It's over.
If it's in the sky, it's mine!
This is it. Dig deep.
Easier said than done.
No excuses. This is up to us.
Oh god. Oh god. Oh
Here's the
god.
healing art!
God damn it, you were too late.
Fall back.
I'll
Too
pull
late,
you back
Shion.
from death's
I'll
abyss.
run you through. Had it coming.
Resuscitation!
Talon storm.
Thanks for the resurrection.
Mega Ray!
I'm not.
Searing flame!
How's this? See ya.
Here I
Talon
come.
storm.
Lightning thrust.
Here's the healing art!
Mirage.
First aid!
Okay.
Everyone's still in one piece.
Used a little bit more CP than I would have liked. But it's whatever. Realized stone thorn ore. Life bottle. Man, that was with her defense boosted too. These motherfuckers hit hard. Although I guess they are berserkers. Where? Oh, anyway.
An opponent like this should be easy. No escape.
Searing flame!
Lightning thrust.
Hear
I'm
me!
not
Flame
done.
of fury! Burning
Mirage.
strike!
Here I come.
Hear me!
It's
Flame
over.
of fury!
Here I
Burning
come.
strike!
It's over. Mirage.
I'm on it.
Searing flames!
Talon storm.
Sighted!
Here I come.
You're mine!
I'll run you through.
It's on.
See
You're
ya.
Here I
finished.
go! Do it!
One
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished.
Nice.
That's some power you wield.
You're the one who did the heavy lifting.
I think we've got this section of this area pretty much explored. Hold on. Fucking like
Right, here goes.
step around a little bit.
Burn in hell. No escape. Swallow blade. Flash. Lightning thrust. Come one, come all. See ya.
Here I go! You're mine!
Here I come. It's over. Lightning thrust. I'm not done.
We should think about eating soon.
Really? Not all that hungry myself.
Don't make me say it again.
Yeah,
Don't,
good
don't
idea.
question the waifu, Alvin. If she's hungry, it's time to eat.
Houses in a place like this. People really live all the way out here?
The whole area is just little
Yeah, I guess
villages.
we gotta think on my
This
own.
one's Messia 224.
Wait, I hear something. Sounds like people arguing.
Bureau agents. The Snake Eyes must be here. We should sneak past them. That was my original plan, since you all stick out so much.
Why? In case one of your people tattles on us?
It's the Renans who are making us do it.
Oh yeah? Like this Renan who you need to save your people's skin?
Well, that's rich coming from the Bright Eyes whose people are the reason we're in this mess in the
That's
first
enough.
place. But she started it!
3 centuries of resentment is too much to lay at a single person's feet. Same goes for you, Shion. You can't ignore the past when speaking of the present. Now, what's going on in that village?
If I were to guess, someone tipped off the Snake Eyes and they're here to make an arrest.
You'd better not be about to suggest we get involved. I'm here for the Lord's head, and nothing more.
That go for you too, Alphen? Why did you come?
Why? To liberate this realm's slaves, of course.
Are you still a slave?
Me? No.
Then tell me what it means to live unshackled. I'll tell you what it means. It means living on your own terms, being your own master, thinking and making decisions for yourself, and being prepared to accept the consequences. Understand?
Yeah, I think so.
Good. So prove it to me.
Shion,
Don't start with me. I'm not going, and that's that.
I understand. Just wait here with Rinwell till we get back, okay?
You're going in without the sword?
Looks to be that way. This is my choice, after all.
Your choice? Listen to yourself. That sword's useless to me without someone to use it. You go dying on me out there and you'll put our whole mission in jeopardy.
But I need us all to make it safely to Sisloden.
Too many sacrifices have already been made. We came here to put a stop to any more.
You've sacrificed something too, huh?
Hide somewhere until it's over. You hear me?
Damn those Renans. I hate seeing Danon suffering under them here, too.
I'm surprised you're so angry about it. You're not even from here.
It doesn't matter where I'm from. Enough is enough with these people.
I agree. It doesn't really say much to say slavery's bad.
Silence, embedded. Anyone who fails to cooperate will be arrested and tried as a traitor to the realm.
Damn it. Some rat must have sold us out again.
You there! You want me to haul you up on suspicion of civil disobedience?
But I didn't. Ah!
What? Leave him alone! An embedded
enemy's
dares
not guns,
defy
huh?
the orders of his lordship? Know your place, slave!
We can't use the blazing sword this close to the villagers. They could get hurt. But there are too many agents. Zephyr?
Law, is that you?
What's going on? Aren't we supposed to be fighting them?
You're alive.
What are you doing here? The realm of Cyslodia doesn't tolerate civil dissidents like you.
Law,
I hereby detain you in the name of his lordship!
Oh shit. Looks like we got a training here, boys.
What the hell?
Zephyr!
Here they come!
Blow away! I'm not done! Damn it!
I'm the true gunslinger around here.
Engaging! Hold that! I'm not done! Be still! No escape! Start up! Locked and loaded! Right! Come and get it! You're finished! Hold that!
Trying to save up the smoke
Here I
before I put this
come!
on.
Here I come! You're finished! You're on! It's over! Right! Laser sight! Locked and loaded!
I'm only getting started.
Right! Locked and loaded! Take this! It's on!
There! One more!
Here I come! Eat dirt! Blow away!
Alright, you can just play this one right now.
Zephyr, are you trying to get caught? I'm sure that can be arranged. Not if I can help it!
This one's mine!
Come and get it! What's going on, Zephyr? Why won't you fight him? Is that soldier someone you know?
don't hurt him.
What are you...
Please.
It won't work, you know. You never change, do you? You've always got that dead-knowing look on your face! Zephyr!
I got it handled.
But he just...
He's my son.
Yeah,
Oh,
I figured.
so now you remember me. The nerve of you. I'm gonna wipe that damn look off your face once and for all! What in hell? Rinwell, you...
Law.
Watch yourself!
Huh.
The insurgents are armed!
Enemy reinforcements. Use the sword.
I can't. The villagers will get caught in the blast. We need to fall back.
Oh, for crying out loud.
Zephyr!
Go. Leave without me.
You can't.
I'm not leaving without him.
Alphen, there's no time.
But
damn
what
it,
about the
Zephyr.
resistance? Everyone's counting on you.
Forgive me.
Ugh!
God damn it, Zephyr.
We've waited all night, but nobody's shown up.
No sign of Zephyr or an enemy pursuit. So, what's the plan now?
You really need to ask? We go rescue Zephyr.
If he's under arrest, they'll have taken him to Cisloden, the capital city. Assuming he's still alive, that is.
I can't believe Zephyr never told us he had a son. I wonder if the rest of the Crimson Crows knew about it.
And to find him in that village of all places. Some coincidence, huh?
Those fireworks you pulled out of your hat back there. They were astral arts, weren't they?
Shion, what the hell are you doing?
Except I've never heard of a Danon who can cast astral arts. Are you a Renan?
Like hell I am!
No, of course not. Renan's eyes light up when they use astral arts. And when you used an art, your eyes definitely didn't. So I guess that means you can't be a so-called bright eyes after all.
Sorry.
You're right. Those were astral arts I used. Same as the ones wielded by the Renans. A long time ago, my family, my people, were once known as mages.
A Danon mage? Up until now, I'd only ever heard of them in stories and rumors. Though now I've seen one with my own eyes, I suppose I'll have to believe it.
We've been in hiding for a long, long time, even before the Renans first attacked. That's why no one knew about us.
Even before the Renans?
Yeah. My ancestors were persecuted and targeted for their gifts.
But it was by their fellow Danons.
They lived hidden away all these centuries, keeping their existence secret even from the Resistance. My mom and dad drilled it into me that I was never, under any circumstances, supposed to let anyone find out about us.
If that's the case, then why did you use your powers back there?
I don't know. One second I saw Zephyr about to be killed, and the next I was...
Danon astral arts. If the Renans knew such a threat existed, there'd be hell to pay.
Hey!
What? You think I'm gonna go to the Lords with this information? I'm a traitor and an outcast at this point. Or did you forget? What amazes me is how anyone could have that kind of power and yet keep it hidden all this time. Didn't you ever want to use it to help your people?
Don't talk like you know the first thing about me, Renan!
That's enough. Zephyr wouldn't want this.
Oh god. Oh god, Zephyr's gone and now the waifus are fighting.
Listen, all I care about is taking out the Lords, okay? Which is no doubt what her people want too. Using her powers to help do it only makes sense.
Makes sense for who? Us? Besides, Zephyr comes first. I can't just abandon him.
It's fine.
Huh?
You're going to save Zephyr, right? If so, you're going to need my powers to do it. I don't want anyone else to die.
Are you sure? Then let's get back to the village. We need to find out what happened.
What's wrong?
Nothing, just... I'm surprised how dark out it is.
Why wouldn't it be? It's still night after all.
No, that's what's weird. A lot of time's passed since we arrived in Cislodia. You'd figure the sun would have come up by now.
Oh, right. It's not like this back in Calaglia, is it? To be honest, I completely forgot. Basically, it's always night in this realm.
Huh?
It's been that way forever. It never gets any brighter outside, even in the morning.
So it's always dark all day long?
But how? How is that even possible?
Is
Did
that,
the Renans
is that like
cause
a
this?
natural thing? Or?
Of course they did. It's complicated to explain, though. It'd be easier to just
Wouldn't that
get to
make this realm
Cisloden so you can see what's
impossible to
going
live
on for
in?
yourself.
It was night all the time.
I'll take your word for it. But right now, finding Zephyr comes first.
My friend did win well. Zephyr left the party. He's a bitch, and he loves his son. I learned how to make vegetable juice. Sounds gross. Oh, it's just fruits in it too. Okay, that's fine. It's just like a V8, I guess. I've never had V8. There you go. Ringwell's perk. Magic charging. While casting art, press and hold the art button to delay activation until you let go. You can also press R1 in the state to save it for later and charge it. Charged arts activate after your next attack /art and can be used in combos. If you cast the same art as the one currently charged, they'll combine into a higher tier spell. These include arts that Rinwell has yet to learn or only trigger with specific combinations, so experiment and see what different pairs yield. Interesting. Interesting. So she's got like different spells that you can then either that you can then combine with like itself or other spells to create new spells. That actually sounds pretty badass. I'm not gonna lie. Google. Google will alert you when there is an owl on your map. One tip for finding owls is that the closer you are to one, the more Hoogle reacts. I assume Hoogle's
I wonder
only
how
out.
Zephyr's doing.
Oh no, Hoogle's out all the
If
time.
that law guy is his son, they shouldn't be rough with him.
I want to believe that. But those two didn't
Oh, we're back at the cabin.
look like they're exactly on good terms. Actually, now I'm curious. Can Danans enlist in the Snake Eyes too?
Definitely. They're useful for surveillance here. Doesn't win you many friends on either side, though.
So why is Zephyr's kid working for the Renans then?
Anything inside the cabin? Welcome fast over right there. I was like, oh shit, I gotta run all the way back there again. Nah, fast shot right there. We'll do that. Let's see if I can forge. Focus. I didn't look at her equipment, did I? No. Might have some SP to spend on her too. So what else do I need? I need 2 beast mains for this. I need another demi-human talon and 2 bizarre mech cores. 2 bizarre mech cores and 2 astral crystal fragments for her. I already forgot her name. God damn it, I already forgot her name. Rinwell, that's her name. So I imagine she's probably got DLC stuff too. Dark Crow Demon for Rinwell. Serious Swimmer Girl. Okay, these are the DLC things. Vivacious School Girl. Okay. So I gotta uncheck Gusty Nail, Arrow Squall, and Divine Streak. Arrow Squall, Divine Streak. There we go. Gust, Photon Flash, Spread. I'm pretty sure that's a DLC thing. See if I can move another Warrior Emblem for it. Nah, I need Grimoire. So I can just give her that Pierce Emblem. I guess I can only against accessories I make, only to a certain extent. Maybe. I don't know. What need here? She's got all the DLC things I got. Right, back to this. Yes. We'll grab that next. What items? And art casting stopped by boost attacks? That seems oddly specific. Don't know how often that's gonna happen. Get you some Thunderblade. Increase your weak point damage. Yeah, let's do that. I guess I can go. Alright. Let's rest.
Can't believe I'm camping with a Renin of all people.
Xion saved my hide before. You can trust her.
But you know how much the Renins have hurt us?
Yeah, but Xion's always done right by us, hasn't she?
I guess.
Let's do something new. That could be good. Increase our attack. We don't have anyone whose favorite meal it is. Or yes, yes, yes. Let's eat some vegetable soup, guys.
That turned out good, if I do say so myself.
Okay.
I think we've rested long enough. Let's keep moving.
All of creation across the heavens stems from the 6 essences. We lack only darkness while they are without light. Thus, to achieve perfection...
What are you muttering over there?
I was practicing a magic incantation.
An incantation? Is it anything like the spells that people use today?
Not quite. It takes time for me to finish my chants, so I'm practicing saying them quickly and accurately. You know, just in case. I've always tried my best never to use magic if I can avoid it up until now.
You said you and your family used to live in hiding, right? Because you were a mage. Where did all the other mages go? Sorry, I didn't realize it was such a sensitive topic.
It's okay.
You can realize talking about her people who've been hunted and persecuted by Danans even before the Renans came would be a sensitive topic. Alvin, come on now.
Hey, so, about my magic.
You want to keep it a secret, right?
Yeah, sorry.
A little late for that after what happened in the village, don't you think?
Ugh,
Easy, Shion.
it's just...
Hmm?
I didn't want Zephyr to die. That's why I used it.
I know. And we might have lost him without your help. So thank you, Rinwell.
Sure.
Bunch of skits.
Is that owl okay? It's been stiff as a board for a while now.
You're right. I wonder what's up with it. Come here. It's okay. I won't hurt you. Crap!
Huh? What happened?
I hate to say this, Rinwell, but I lost Hootle. I didn't mean to scare him, but he took off.
Hootle? He's right next to you.
He is. All I see is snow.
Dan and owls conceal themselves when they feel threatened. I guess he's still not quite used to being around other people yet.
That would explain it. I should have been more careful with him. Sorry.
Saying Dan
It's
Owls
fine.
can, like,
I'm the only
camouflage?
human he's comfortable with. Come here, Hootle.
Damn, he was that close?
He's just a little wary of you. I think he gets that you're going to be with us for a while, though. Step in the right direction. If you call his name, he might eventually respond at least.
Got it. Thanks.
At least he's not sick or something.
Indeed. It's quite a relief.
Alright.
I think...
It's eerily quiet.
No sign of Zephyr. You think they took him away already?
What say we quit hiding and go ask some villagers? Someone's bound to report us no matter what we do, so we might as well.
Hey, Shion!
What? You heard her. She's got a point. Our cover was blown last night. Where's the sense in sneaking around?
And what if there are soldiers lurking
Can we
about?
slip around a bit?
They would have followed us to the cabin already. Relax. The coast is clear. Let's hurry and speak to the villagers.
Is she always like that? I don't know how you managed to put up with her.
What makes you think I'm managing?
Let's try talking to the villagers.
Looks like you need a favor things to be done.
Hey.
You look real nervous, kid. What's the matter?
Hey.
You're not thinking of turning someone in, are you? Or are you worried you're going to be reported?
No.
No, that's not it. And what's wrong?
Hmm.
The Zoogles, they're what?
Hmm?
In the way, and
Hmm.
not quite good. They're in the way, and you're trying to go somewhere outside the village?
Yeah.
But people here aren't free to move around as they please. I'm not sure he's trying to do anything dangerous. I'm not sure he's trying to do anything so dangerous. Unless he had a real good reason for it, that is.
Hmm.
Probably doesn't want to talk to us since we're complete strangers. I don't think he's a bad kid, though.
I guess.
In that case, gotta do something.
Great.
Alright, we'll take care of your Zoogle problem.
Huh?
We are?
Huh?
We sure are. We're going to clear out the Zoogles surrounding this village. Whatever he's struggling to do, it can't exactly hurt to get rid of them for him, right? Yes. Oh. It's okay. This is something we want to do. You don't have to tell us anything you don't want. Fire beneath the ice. Defeat 7 ice wolf in the plains.
Enemies who can cast astral arts can be pretty difficult. Not only are they powerful, but their range lets them strike us before we even get close.
Actually, I can just disrupt astral arts.
What do you mean?
When someone is casting an art, their focus has to be entirely on the incantation. So right when they're completing the casting, I just kinda steal it from them.
Really? Then what do you do with the energy you've stolen?
I hold on to it and use it whenever I want, like I can with my own magic. The thing is, I can only unleash that art once. After I use it, it's gone. Oh, also, when I steal astral energy, the enemy will lose focus, which means they can't cast anything else for a while.
So not only
Sounds
can you
badass.
steal their energy, but doing so incapacitates them too? That's amazing, Rinwell. I didn't realize your magic could do so much.
It's actually something of a secret technique within my clan, so I kinda had to learn it.
Well, if we come across any tough enemies that use incantations, I'm sure that power of yours will come in real handy.
Yeah, it's tricky to pull off, but you can count on me.
Cool. Fucking Rinwell the copy God damn it. The copy mage. She's not fucking Kakashi. She's not a ninja.
Messia 224. Now that's a weird name.
Messia is basically a code. It indicates it's a small village.
So it's not its actual name? Then does that mean that 224 is...
Yeah, it's merely a serial number assigned to it for administrative purposes.
Man,
So the Renans even get to decide what places are called out in this realm.
pretty straightforward naming scheme. Always gotta listen closely to anything people say. Otherwise, I could miss out on the juicy reward. Damn.
I wonder if something happened.
I know who you are and I don't care. Stay away, push your luck, and I'll report you. Another close friend got taken away. That sucks, bro. My fingers are falling off here. Are you done with wood chopping on your end? Yeah, now I can feed the livestock. I wish I could do stuff like weaving. Indoor work puts you under more suspicion. I'd take the cold over that any day.
Huh?
You folks look mighty suspect to me. I can tell just by looking at you that you're not from around here. Normally I'd report you to the Bureau and that'd be that. What to do?
Hey,
Look, we don't want to cause any trouble. Is there any way we can convince you to keep quiet about this? The Bureau looks to avoid people who report folks. What are you willing to offer me? Excuse me?
Sure.
We don't have to give you anything, but there are plenty of other ways to keep you quiet. Easy, Shion. Easy. You're the one who's easy.
all right.
Shion's great. Alright, what do you want?
Yeah!
Well, now, let me see. I know. I could use some food. How about you bring me some fruits and vegetables? I don't mean the wilted stuff that grows here. I'm talking about the fresh, wild stuff that grows outside. All right, here's my lettuce and apple. Hopefully you don't take too much. Hopefully you don't take too much of my lettuce and apples. But here's lettuce and apples.
How's
This
this?
enough for you? Oh, you got food for me, huh? Well, come on, hurry up and hand it over. Will you promise to keep quiet about us now? Huh? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I won't tell anyone. I swear. You can count on me. I don't trust you. I don't trust you for a second. Something smells fishy about all this. Why were you so insistent on these things coming from outside the village? You can grow them here. I told you,
What?
the wild stuff's a lot fresher. The soil here is practically worthless. The problem is, we're forbidden from just leaving the village whenever we like. Even worse, there are all those Zoogles crawling around outside. So you make us stick our necks out for you instead. Gee, aren't you a swell guy? Enjoy all your food, I guess.
Huh?
What? Who said anything about eating this stuff? Don't be stupid. That's not what I'm going to do with all this. You're not going to eat it. What do you need it for? Is he going to sell it? Damn. I plan on selling it all, obviously. Do you know how much demand there is for fresh food like this around here?
Just great.
Now I feel really dirty for helping this guy. This drum's definitely got a lot of problems to work through still.
They reacted just like we expected.
Yeah. Do you think we'd end up like that if we had to treat everyone with suspicion?
It's like the bitter cold has frozen the hearts of those who live here.
Oh, I get it. I get it. See what's down here. Is that a horse? Look at that horse. Just through these woods up ahead, you'll find Sisladen, the capital. The only question is whether you wind up arrested or Zoogle food.
Stay calm. We don't know where they took Zephyr yet.
Okay, I guess I can't go too far down that path yet. Chicken. Is there an owl nearby?
Woohoo!
I think there's someone in trouble here.
Well, let's see what they have to say.
Woohoo!
What the fuck is this owl?
Woohoo! 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 Woohoo!
It sounds like it's coming from
Woohoo!
here, just like
Woohoo! Woohoo!
they'll approach me. I don't want to come under suspicion. We'll probably go away to your stand. People are gonna get the wrong idea about me. What the fuck is this owl?
Woohoo!
Oh, there it is. In the basket.
Woohoo!
Wolf ears. Try to get ferocious looking wolf ears. Perfect for those with their canines to be a little more wild and untamed.
Woohoo!
Looks like we spotted one of Hoodle's friends.
Hey, Buggy, there's not too much to ask. You think you can spare some Silagen? Silagen. Renewal, do you know what this guy's talking about?
Yeah.
I think he's talking about alcohol. Of course, alcohol. What else do you think I meant? Hold on, you folks aren't from around here, are ya? Feh. If I were you, I'd get the hell out of here before someone reports you. This guy sure changes too fast. Can't really blame them. People here grow up doubting even their own neighbors, much less strangers like us.
Hey,
Let me ask you something. Why do you need this Silogen stuff so much anyway?
what?
Whether the Bright Guys are running the show or not, I've still got to put food on the table somehow. And without some Silogen, I'll freeze to death working out here in this cold.
I guess.
So it's not just a buzz you're after. You want to stay off the cold. Unfortunately, we don't have any Silogen on us. Is there anything else we could maybe do to help?
Yeah,
Yeah, we won't ask for anything in return. We just want to help.
Yeah.
You mean that? In that case, could you grab me the ingredients to brew it? You can find what I need from Zoogles.
Interesting.
I didn't even realize you could use Zoogle parts to make booze. People sure are creative. I guess you can have these earth seeds.
oh?
Is that what you're looking for?
Okay.
Yeah, sure is. You really don't mind if I have these?
Good.
They're yours. We didn't really have an urgent use for them right now anyway. Although I gotta ask, how the hell do you brew alcohol with this stuff? Typically, you
Okay.
can just bite into it as it is, but no one's stupid enough to waste a bunch of good ingredients doing that. What you gotta do is pack it in snow and let it sit by a fireplace for a week. Then once you've distilled and melted the snow, pow, Silogen. But you gotta be careful. Silogen's so strong, it'll start a fire if you don't handle it with care. Damn.
Oh!
Well, that makes me want to try a little. Not until
Hey.
you're the right age and well, yeah. I know, you don't have to remind me. Like I said though, there's no way I can work outdoors without this stuff. So thanks. It's nice to see there's still some good folks in the world. Remember, you'll only drink if you're of legal age in your country or region.
Using Zoogles to make drinks. That takes guts.
No one would have come up with it before the occupation. That's for sure.
You don't think the Snake Eyes will hold it against them, do you?
If anything, the warmth might help loosen them up.
Using monster parts to make booze. Interesting. I fucking knew it. I fucking knew I was gonna get milk from that shit.
Finally.
What is it?
I found an ingredient for that new recipe.
I call it milk.
There.
Alright. So I gotta defeat 7 ice wolves. Alright.
You sense one of your pals, Hoodle?
They're owl nearby? We're not? Maybe it's somewhere in this area, but not like close to where I am. Let's kick the shit out of these ice wolves.
Out of our way!
You're mine.
I'm only getting field!
You're mine.
Magna Ray
Cancel.
Astral
Here I
Energy!
come. It's over.
These ones can run rings around us!
You're finished.
It's
Here I
over,
come.
sweet dreams!
You're finished.
Gemini Aqua!
It's over.
Dance in the wind! Now!
Trigger.
Astral Energy!
Say no more.
Yo, that's badass. That's badass. I like that.
Barely a blip on our radar.
Nothing else up here? Other than a shortcut? Like I'm not gonna take because I gotta fight wolves. I scare you.
Go no further!
You're mine.
Go dance in the wind!
I'm not done.
Air
Be
thrust!
still.
Light astral!
You're on.
Light
Take it.
astral blast in the wind! Air thrust!
You're mine.
You're finished!
Let's keep our eyes on the prize.
Yeah, this one ice holes up here.
Gotta break
Alpha
through.
ice hole.
You're mine! You're finished!
I didn't realize that was an alpha last
It's
time.
over!
I'm all
I
Let's give it a
should
whirl.
have grabbed this field.
This one's
You're
mine.
mine!
I never miss.
Take this! This one's all mine! Take this! You're finished!
I'm out of ammo.
Not today! Take this! You're finished!
Not on my watch.
Oh, is that what? That's what her boost attack is? It's the fucking
Take this!
stealthy shit?
Here I come!
Now, astral energy.
Say no more!
I see.
Our work is done here. Let's move.
I'm right behind you, Shion.
Just run past the fucking bricks. God damn it.
Gotta break through! Take this! You're finished! Hurrah! You're mine!
So good with airborne targets.
You're mine! It's over! We got flyers!
I've got now. Let a marksman handle it.
All yours! You're finished! We did it! It's over!
What?
You're on!
I don't know what the fuck happened there.
With this, I can become even
You
stronger.
sure can, Rinwell. You sure can. Another alpha.
An opponent like this should be easy. You're finished! Lightning thrust! Strike! You're on! Here I come!
Let the marksman handle this.
Take this!
I never miss. In here.
Take this! It's over! You're mine! It's gone! Burn!
Let me help.
You're mine! You're finished! It's over!
Do it. This ends now.
Consider yourself finished! Looks like we won.
Okay.
Hey, Rinwell, do you always have to say an incantation before you cast an art?
Yeah, they don't really add any extra power or anything, but reciting them is what allows the astral energy to come together and flow through me. It takes time to complete, but they're what lets me use such strong magic in the first place.
What happens if someone interrupts you while you're in the middle of chanting?
Then I have to start over from the beginning. As soon as my concentration breaks, any astral energy I've accumulated disperses.
Got it. So once you start reciting, that's our cue to make sure that no enemies can get near enough to disrupt you.
Yeah, that would be appreciated. Although, I do have one fun trick up my sleeve. Once I finish chanting a full incantation, I can hold on to a single astral art without casting it right away.
So once the astral energy's in place, you can choose to set it off whenever you want? That's amazing.
Yeah, I don't fully have the hang of it just yet, but I'm sure it'll come in handy sooner or later.
Alright.
No choice! Take this!
Not in your dreams.
You're finished! Dazzle! You're mine!
Fuck.
Stardust!
Sealed.
You're mine! You're mine! Lightning thrust! Here I come! It's over!
Barely a blip on our radar.
I can call her for a while. Now she can perform counters. Cool. Let's see what else we can get for her. Yeah, let's reduce charge time. That's all I can get for her right now. Damn. I'll be fine without resting.
Is that the Zoogle we're looking for?
Fuck, I was supposed to do it in this area. That's why it hasn't fucking been counting. I was wondering why. I just thought maybe it was like 7 packs instead of 7 individual wolves. God damn it. Alright, it's fine. At least we got some much experience on it, I guess.
There's the Zoogle we were asked to handle.
Gotta break through. Take this. It's over. No escape. Be still. Infernal torrent. Strike.
Where are you going?
It's over. Here I come. It's over. You're mine.
Now!
Remote.
Astral energy!
Say no more.
Nice. Ooh. Tomatoes.
That looks like the Zoogle we were told about.
It's not. It does, doesn't it? It does look like the Zoogle we were told about.
Let's dispose of the trash.
You're mine. It's over.
You're
mine.
Sweet now, burning
Try this.
Dance in the wind!
Try this.
Here's a healing art!
Infernal torrent.
First aid! Raging
Here I come. Swallow blade.
That should be enough to make the area more safe to travel in.
Report back to the boy. Let's fight these berserkers again, because I think they drop a thing that we used to make one of the ghosts.
No choice. Take this.
Oh shit, one of the...
Do it! Keep up with the astral energy!
Okay.
Full throttle!
Okay, alright.
Here's a healing
Here I
art!
come. You're finished. I owe you one. Here I come. You're finished. Mirage.
Here comes downfall! Photon, raging cascade, searing flame! Reload!
Here I come.
I'm out of ammo!
It's over. It's over.
Lightning to battle!
Mirage.
Here's a healing
You're
art!
mine. You're
My
finished.
astral energy, raging cascade!
Here I come. You're finished.
Field!
Here I come.
Do it!
It's over.
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished.
Photon field! More
Take this.
lightning!
You're finished.
Thunderblade!
Barely a blip on our radar.
There's some sharp fangs. Alright. Wait. Oh. Is that an does it have an eye patch? What it gets you? Yeah, left eye patch. Covering meant to be worn over the left eye to conceal injuries, although many like wearing it simply because it looks cool. Thanks for the eye patch.
Looks like we've spotted one of Hoodle's friends.
I like that Hoodle just tell me where the owls are. It's great. Or at least when there's owls nearby.
Hey,
They were back. We took out as many Zoogles nearby as we could find. That should hopefully make it a little safer to walk around here.
huh? Till
I
next
don't know
time.
what you're trying to do, kid, but I hope everything works out for you. See you. Wait. I don't get it. Why would you guys do something like that when there's nothing in it for you? Because I would have felt guilty if I did nothing, only for one of those Zoogles to get you later. That's why.
Huh?
That's the only reason you fought those Zoogles, even though there are snake eyes all over the place. I think making sure nobody dies is good enough reason to do just about anything. Don't you? On your way here, did you happen to come across a guy who runs a general store inside cabin?
I
Actually,
guess.
listen, yeah, why? Did you need something from him? There's someone I want to marry. Huh?
Oh!
I get it. You wanted to visit the shop to have him make one of those things, huh? You know what he's talking about, Renwell? Of course, people in Sislogia used to give these special owl charms to their loved ones as a sign of how they feel. It's a really, really old tradition. I didn't think anyone else even still knew about it these days. That's right. I know it sounds weird, but with Sislogia the way it is, I thought it was really important for me to make the effort. It's not weird. I think it's really beautiful. Wait, back up. Back up a minute. If you just need to go to a general store, does this village have one too? The guy who runs the one in the cabin is a friend I grew up with. This charm is really important to me, so I want him to be the one who makes it.
Of
Now
course.
I understand. Sounds like all the Zoogle hunting we did paid off then. Otherwise, I would have never had this opportunity to learn about such a special tradition here. Thank you guys for everything you've done. I'll never forget it. He was immediately mauled by a berserker after stepping outside the village.
You're the friends of that man the Bureau agents took away. Please, leave us alone. We don't want any trouble.
God damn, Shion, calm down.
Answer our questions and we'll leave you in peace. Where did the agents take our friend?
Sisloden,
Shion,
the
calm
capital.
down.
That's what they said.
I knew
Put
it.
the gun down.
What did we ever do to deserve this? We haven't even crossed the street without looking first. Why are they after us?
Come on, we're wasting time.
You'll need to hurry if you want to get your friend back. Not a single person who's been taken to Sisloden has ever returned.
Hey, keep quiet. You're trying to get us all killed.
How to hell with that. Go on, report me. See if I
I
care.
like this guy. I like this old guy.
I thought this Sisloden was a city.
I don't fully
Is
trust
it a
him yet,
prison camp?
but
It's the realm's capital. Though when you're forbidden to move freely like we are, there isn't much difference. My parents and siblings were taken by the Snake Eyes. I haven't heard from any of them since. For all I know, they're long dead by now. Anyway, go! And kill as many Snake Eyes as you can for me while you're there!
All right. To Sisloden it is. There. People are really terrified of the Snake Eyes. They've got them jumping at their own shadows.
They may be Lord Ganabelt's lackeys, but for all intents and purposes, it's the Snake Eyes who control the realm. One wrong look, and your history.
So Zephyr's being moved to Sisloden. Let's cross our fingers we catch up with them on the way.
I mean, The plan was always for me to take you guys to Cisloden anyway. But a word of advice.
Oh?
There's a forest we have to pass through on our way there. I won't lie to you. It'll be dangerous.
More Zeugles?
Wild ones at that. They hunt in packs, led by the biggest, meanest one. My friends and I got cornered by one on our way to Calaglia. That's how we got split up.
We'll just have to keep our wits about us then.
I ain't scared. I ain't scared of those Zeugles.
The forest we're about to walk through is pretty dangerous. Let's make sure we're prepared before we go further. Rinwell, if you get injured, just let Shion know, okay?
I only have one pair of hands, you know.
Still got that food effect, so I don't need to eat. Spend time with party members. Spending time with party members is to deepen your bonds while resting spend time with your party members is to deepen your bonds while resting at camp. You never know, something nice might happen if you do. Talk to someone before sleeping? I guess Shion?
Shion, could we talk a moment?
And here I was thinking I could get some rest. Is something the matter?
The matter? No, nothing like that.
Then if it's all the same to you, I'll be going to sleep, thanks.
Is chatting with me really that much of a drag?
I just don't get the point, that's all. Is there some pressing reason why we have to talk right now?
I don't know, I think we should all make an effort to get to know one another. What if there's an emergency?
An emergency?
What if one of us suddenly got sick?
Then I'd cure them with my healing arts and we'd move on.
That's easy for you to say. But for the person doing the asking, it may not be so easy to approach you.
If they can't work up the courage to approach me, that's their problem. Unless you're suggesting I'd refuse to heal someone for the fun of it.
I didn't say that.
So what then? Quit beating around the bush and just tell me.
Look, what I'm trying to say is... if we're going to be traveling together, it makes more sense to do it as companions, rather than being at each other's throats the whole time.
I still don't get it. But I do understand that whatever it is, it obviously must mean a lot to you. I'm not trying to make things more difficult for you just for the sake of it. So, I'll make more of an effort to talk every now and then, even when we don't have to. Happy?
Yeah. Yeah, I am.
Then if you don't mind, I'm going to get some sleep. Have a good night.
Didn't get it, huh?
Apparently I'm not closer to Shion.
I think it's time we go to sleep. How long do you plan on just sitting around doing nothing, Alphen? Because it looks to me like you're taking your sweet time getting ready.
I'm not procrastinating, if that's what you're implying.
Oh? Sure looks like it to me. You had me worried you'd forgotten our mission. Again.
I know. You don't need to keep reminding me.
Hey, Alphen. I'm already over here.
Right. Thanks for letting me know.
I saw you talking with that Bright Eyes before lights out last night. Mind telling me what you two discussed?
Nothing in particular. I just figured that maybe she would open up a little if I tried talking to her.
What? Her? She's a Renin. I know we're working with her, but that doesn't mean we have to play nice with her.
Whatever.
Look, we're all going to be traveling together for a while. It's only going to make things harder if we're at each other's throats. If all we do is bark orders at each other instead of working together,
teamwork,
that's not much different than how it is for the rest of us. I think it's important that we all understand each other and work together as equals, if it's at all possible.
Do we, though? Because I sure don't get the feeling she means to do the same.
As soon as Zephyr disappears, all hell breaks loose.
We need to get
You
Zephyr
can't
back.
get anything done if things stay tense like this. But what the hell am I supposed to do? Well, I guess I'll just have to keep hammering away at them and see how it goes.
Alright. Another day, another wall. Into a counter edge. What? Oh god. You just get a free counter edge whenever you beat an enemy? That's interesting. Let's get this. I want to fill up this before I start getting stuff here. Let's see what we got. Rising Falcon, which weirdly enough does not seem to rise at all. In fact, it seems to slam down to the ground. Why the fuck is this move called Rising Falcon? Well, I guess because you kick them so hard, you... No, this is directly descending from the air. Why is this called rap? Ugh, whatever. Increase boost strike damage, increase counterattack damage. AG restored by perfectly evading guarding. Do I need for this one? Right. Can't even afford any of that.
Come on, guys. We've got lots to do.
Can I make any new weapons? Unfortunately not. You know what, I'm gonna make a Pierce. Have one. Nah, screw it. If it gets to the point where I'm like really struggling, then I'll start messing around with accessories. Alright, into the forest we go. This apparently dangerous as fuck forest.
So this is the forest teeming with Zeugles you warned us about. No sign of Zephyr, though.
Which means either they had the skills to make it through safely, or we're too late and the strays got to them first.
Do you say every thought out loud?
Just the true ones. Are we moving or what?
Just the true ones. That's it.
Don't worry, Hootle. It's okay.
Man. If they gonna make a Google plush, they look like a little Google plushie.
I can barely see enough to take 2 steps forward without bumping into something.
They're just leaving money on the table. Aren't
Yeah. I'll have to be careful not to miss anything coming from off the path.
This is nothing. When things get real bad around here, you can get lost without even realizing it.
Yeah, wandering around outside in a snowstorm is usually not a very smart idea. Let's get these guys first.
Go no further!
Here I come!
Where are you going?
Crush! Dazzle! You're mine! It's over! Dazzle! It's over! It's gone!
Together, that wasn't even a problem.
Potatoes. Yeah, so this area seems pretty straightforward. Yeah. Alright. Apple gel.
freezing. I can barely feel my toes.
Let's find a way back up quickly then.
Yeah, swimming in ice water is not smart. Another Anvil rock. Tier 3. Salmon. All these fucking things. Shit, I should have made some poison charms. Fuck. We'll go back. Ah, fuck. We'll bust our way through.
Go no
Yo,
further!
these guys, oh, they're moving to air, right?
Escape! Ignite!
So I gotta have,
Here I come! It's over!
Don't mind if I do.
should've
This one's gonna be tough!
Now,
Strike! Remember!
astral energy.
Say no more!
Alright.
Our work is done here. Let's move.
I'm right behind you, Shion.
Orange. Fuck, if I knew there were gonna be so many of these things around, I would have made some poison charms.
Let's dispose of the trash.
Take this!
Well, this is why I made this. Just in case I can't get through this.
It's over!
Reload the save.
You're mine!
Make further preparations.
Dance in the wind. Air thrust. Light astral field.
You're mine!
Ray.
Dazzle! Here I come! Mirage!
Raging to
You're
the
mine! You're finished! Dazzle!
I should replace this back with Severing Wind. Yeah. 'Cause that's what they're weak
This
to.
could be useful.
I could easily see us getting lost here while we're trying to find Zephyr. I get this is supposed to connect the capital to the villages. What? Why's it got to be so winding? And not only that, why are there so many Zoogles walking around?
I think they're used as lookouts. The Renans know how to control them.
Complaining's not going to get us anywhere. Let's just get through this and be on our way.
Hi, Hoodle.
Here I come! It's over!
In here. Let the
Alright,
marksman
I
have you
didn't hear
go.
that correctly at
one's
first.
mine.
Until I read it for a second, I thought she said hi Google. I was like, what are you saying hi to Google right as a question?
Yeah, I'm there with the others.
But she said, she said hi.
Well, we're on the home stretch now.
Don't take your eyes off the prize.
I'm quite aware without you reminding me.
Dance in the wind. Seal. One more. I'll be saving this one. Reload.
Well then, let's keep moving.
Map action. Someone needs healing. 20 CP. Fuck it, what are you gonna give me? Give me something good. I want to look for food, but I'll only end up getting hurt. Please don't leave me here. I'll give you this in return. Sword seeds. Cool.
Thanks, Shion.
Just doing what I can.
Man, that poison charm's looking better and better the further we go. Alright.
Little help.
You're mine! It's over!
Searing flame.
Ignite!
Thunder blow.
I'm not done!
Into the shadows.
Mirage!
Go do
Here I
it.
come! Remember!
Astral energy.
Say no more! Got it!
Well done.
Just this one off.
Air
You're
thrust.
mine!
Light
You're
astral
finished.
energy.
There
Do
we
it.
go.
We're in good form.
Why am I missing so much health? 1,050 gold. Alright. That might be the most gold I've ever found in one go. Ah, fuck the fucking mushroom things and berserkers. More fish over here. Oh, what's this? Peach gel. Restores 1200 HP? Damn, dude.
Should we really take
Yes.
this?
Yes. Free healing item that's way better than apple gel? Yes. 100%. Let's take it.
We should think about eating soon.
Really? Not all that hungry myself.
Don't make me say it again. This will be a delicious piece of cake.
It's over!
Fuck.
Damn it!
Here's a heat. This one's mine.
I think I interrupted her trying to heal me.
Here, let me help.
Okay, here I go. Mirage! Here I come!
Straight into the shadows. Mega ray. Here comes.
We're dead!
One.
Dance in the wind. Power sealed.
Take this!
I'll be safe.
Severing wind! Now! Take this!
Mega ray. Let's go.
Mirage! Here I come!
Searing flame.
It's
Reload.
on!
Now.
There we go.
Mega ray. Astral energy.
Say no more!
Something with the berserkers are weak to.
Well done. I'm all stocked up. Lightning
I
possessed.
tried with the berserkers.
Thunder blade.
I'm not
Photon.
done.
Raging cascade.
Here I come!
Fresh.
Mirage!
Looks like
Pretty
we
strange
won.
course. This better be good. It's a nice fancy chest. Onyx One Piece. One Piece dress lined with onyx. The jewels are set to change color as they absorb the astral energy surrounding it.
I
Cool
found
armor
some
for
equipment.
Shion.
Let me take a look at it.
No, Alvin. The dress is clearly for You already got your own onyx equipment, alright? Dress is clearly for Shion. You already got your onyx armor. Should we get you an onyx coat? Maybe? I don't know. Maybe we'll find one. Alvin's gotta stop being a greedy little bitch.
Little help.
Here I come! Ignite!
Here's a dance in the wind.
You're mine! You're
Now.
finished! Still!
This ends now.
Consider yourself finished!
See you continue on in that vein.
Yes, my lady?
Something you wanted to say?
Severing wind! Mirage!
Do it.
Alright.
Astral energy.
Say no more!
And we're done. Blazing Glow for Alpha. Increased boost gauge from enemy downs. Huh. Alright. I still gotta fill this one out. Still gotta finish filling this one out. And I gotta fill this one out, and then what can we get? Reading Flash. Oh, sick. Fucking flame art that won't. That I don't need the flames. Oh, no, this says a slash. So will this hurt me? I don't know. I don't know. Flaming Edge Burst. Alright. So this will let me charge the flaming sword even further. The blazing sword rather. Interesting.
Nicely done.
Anything up here? Just an orange gel. Oh, you sons of bitches. Oh, the berserkers are already coming.
Little help!
You're mine!
This one's mine! Take lightning condenser surrounding us!
No escape!
Grub field!
Here I come! Severing wind!
Lightning condenser!
Oh god.
Here, let me help! First aid!
Okay, here I go!
Lightning condenser! Lightning!
No escape!
I'm out of ammo!
Wind!
Back into the fray! Magna ray!
You're mine! It's over!
Bullseye! Dance in the wind!
What is that? I'm not on my screen.
You're out! No escape! Wind! Here I come!
Raging
Yes!
Power! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
See you continue on in that
No, you
vein.
can't!
Yes, my lady?
Something you wanted to say?
It's on!
Do
You're
it!
on! I still got a ways to go!
Sure thing. And all we get from it is some verbena. I don't know if that was worth it. Let me read the thing for verbena. Raises defense. I don't know if that was worth it. But at least we got some experience from it, I guess, and I think... Yeah, Shion and I leveled up. So that's cool, I guess.
Is the blazing sword okay?
A little water's not going to hurt it.
Yeah, I don't think water's gonna harm the blazing sword much. In fact, it would have been a nice little detail if they made like the water boil around Elfin whenever he got in water. I know, you know, it's obviously not necessary, probably a bit much, but it'd be cool. Cool to see. Why did it have to be a zoo like that? I can't go anywhere with that there.
What's
What are you
wrong?
doing in such a dangerous place? Me? What are you doing here? What are you all doing here? You didn't follow me all the way here, did you? If you're planning to report me, then think again. We're not going to tell on you. We're simply trying to get to Sislidan to rescue a friend of ours that got arrested.
Huh?
So you're a bunch of crazies. Great. Get out of here before you get me arrested.
I
You mentioned
guess.
something about a Zoogle? Is there a strong one up ahead? Yeah, Wolf Zoogles. It's huge and tough as nails. What's worse, it's leg on its feet too. You might be able to beat it if you can hit its weak point, but I don't have what it takes to even scratch it. Damn it, I thought if I followed those Bureau agents I'd make it through the forest, but I guess that whole place is a wash now.
Got it.
Not necessarily. We'll look into that Zoogle and see what we can do about it. It's a wolf gaunt, isn't it?
For real?
Ah, you people are even crazier than I thought. If you really think you have what it takes, then go on ahead, be my guest. Don't mind if we do. What's the matter? Get cold feet? If you just hit that Zeagle's weakness, it should fall like a house of cards. Your chances of doing that are still practically zero, though. Just stepping into that forest, make sure you're fully prepared between the blizzards and all the Zeagles for the place to be. Craft anything, any new weapons yet? Of course not. Gotta make some poison charms now. Fuck it. So gotta make 3 of them. 1 for each party member. Maybe I should increase width and earth damage considering the mushrooms are. Oh no, they take less with earth damage. I should just use all my parallax, something like that. I guess because I made a certain amount of accessories. Spread. Increase boost gauge. Increase boost gauge at battle start. Faster age here equivalent. I may or may not have forgotten. Okay, it's these ones. It's this one here I need to get next. I forget which one was first between these two. I think this one first, and then this one. I think, and then this one, obviously.
Maybe it's time I try on something new.
I just don't know if the dude we're about to fight is gonna be doing poison stuff. I don't know if I should equip it now or I just keep the stuff I have that, you know, the warrior trident or whatever. That is certainly a big ass wolf. It's got tinier wolves with it.
We've got company, and not the nice kind either.
No, it's never the nice kind.
Rinwell, get back!
And miss all the action? Who do you take me for?
Out of our way!
It's a big target, at least.
Don't underestimate its speed.
By the power of water!
Lightning condemned!
You're mine!
Gemini
Come one, come all! Aim for the weak spot!
Let the marksman do it now.
It's over!
Let's get you all tucked away.
This one's mine.
Stardust!
Dance
You're
to the
mine!
wind.
Take this!
Field.
You're mine!
This is it. Do it.
Chill!
This ends now.
Consider yourself finished!
See you continue on in that vein.
Just a big one now?
Yes, my lady?
Something you wanted to say?
Oh, I see.
Try harder!
I see what
Now!
the point is.
Here I come! No escape! Win! Here I come!
I'm only getting started.
Raging
Take
cascade.
this! No escape! This one's all mine!
Searing flame. Where's the stockpile?
Eat dirt!
I'm also energy. More where that came from.
Attack the weak
Here I
point.
come! No escape! Swallow blade! Struck!
Gemini Aqua.
Take this!
Raging cascade. Reload.
Here I come!
Field. Here I go.
Struck!
It's over.
Swallow blade!
My user persistent. Oh, there we
You're
go.
mine! Now, while it's reeling!
Take it down.
Swallow blade!
Lightning condemned.
No
you going?
It's over.
Field! Get
Here
out
I
in there
go.
with the others! I'm only getting
Here I go.
Banana, let's go!
You're mine.
Go get lightning!
Alright, it's weak points back.
Thunder blade! Searing flame! Reload! Hit! Mother ray!
Take this. I'm not done.
Dance in the
Swallow
wind!
blade.
By the Sleep now! Let's get you all tucked away!
Take this.
In here! Back into the fray! More for the
Here I
side!
come.
By the power of water! Right! It's showtime!
Take this.
Raging Cascade!
It's on. Burn in hell.
There we go.
Reload!
Take this. I'm not done. Slap.
Here,
Try this.
I'm all sewed up!
Infernal
Let's do
Force.
it!
Reload.
Astral
Man,
energy!
charging that shit that much took up. Like, it took up so much of my health.
Changing tactics.
There's no telling what it'll do. Stay focused. One more. Reinforce lightning condensed.
More Zuko?
Keep calm and take them down.
Here I come. It's over.
I never miss.
Take this.
Here's a healing arc.
It's over.
First aid. Lightning
Take this.
condensed. Do it.
It's gonna attack.
This ends now.
Consider yourself finished.
Clear. Into the shadow. Lightning condensed.
Take this.
Got it. Now's our chance.
Good.
Infernal Torrent. You're mine. It's over.
The enemy is going all out. First aid.
Okay, here I go.
Astral energy. A banana. Let's go. Dance in the wind. Air thrust. Light astral. Here's a healing arc. First aid. Cascade.
I don't feel so well. Really? You still look plenty running.
Thank you. I can still put up a
That
fight.
comes. Alright, I
Get
can
on
see
in there
it.
with the others. Here, let me help. First
Take
aid.
it. It's on.
I'll be
Swallow
taking
blade.
this one.
Eat this.
One more time.
Slap. Try this. Infernal Torrent.
I'm almost impressed.
High praise coming from you.
I said almost. Don't get carried away.
Try harder.
Nice.
It's weakened.
Alright.
This ends now. Try this.
Here, let me help.
Infernal Torrent.
First aid.
Okay, here I go.
Lightning
You're
condensed.
finished.
I never
Make a
miss.
lot of work for you, considering, you know, the whole hurting myself to attack with fire.
Take this.
It's about to strike.
Look sharp,
Okay, I
everyone.
guess that doesn't count as a part like you have this shield.
This one's all mine. Not today.
Thank you. Dance in the wind. Air thrust.
Take this. You're finished.
He's almost dead.
Here I come.
There we go.
This ends now.
Consider yourself finished.
Good fuck.
You okay,
That
Rinwell?
can kill me.
I'm fine.
We're almost to the forest. Unless there's a second area to the forest. Let me know.
What do you notice now?
It smells like blood.
Well, maybe because there's blood right underneath you.
All these Sugals. They're
Is
dead.
Zephyr?
What happened here?
They didn't do this to each other. So then how?
What the fuck? It's a large spray of blood. Okay, it's not Zephyr.
Who is that
Who's
guy?
that edgy as fuck dude?
No way. One person did all of this?
so many questions.
Who was that
That's all
guy?
those questions.
Do you think he could have been the lord we're looking for? Ganabelt?
I doubt a lord would deign to roam around a place like this alone. Besides, what business would a Renan have with killing Zeugles?
Now that I look at it, it was a good call staying out of his way, I think. Look at this. He took them out with a single slice. This guy's no amateur. You okay?
She
yeah.
knows something.
We should get going. Zephyr needs us. That knight back there sure wasn't messing around. If he's not a lord, what is he?
I have no idea.
Make sure
I've never seen anybody like him.
Well, he definitely doesn't seem to be a friend, that's for sure.
Hopefully we don't run into him again.
Land of Glistening Radiance, Sislovia. That big ass tower up there.
There it is. Sisloden.
What's with those beams of light? They don't strike me as your everyday streetlights.
They're kind of the key to this whole realm. You'll see what I mean when we get there.
What's on your mind?
First, Rinwell appears out of nowhere, right after we beat Balsef. Then, we bump into Zephyr's son, who's with the enemy. Somehow, we get away scot-free because the Snake Eyes don't even bother chasing after us. Is it really a coincidence?
You know, when you put it like that...
You think it was a trap?
Doesn't it?
What? But I would never...
If not for the whole Astral Arts episode, I'd be worried. But no, she's not behind this. Perhaps an unwitting pawn in someone else's plan.
What? All this to capture Zephyr?
Maybe. All I know is it all slots together a little too nicely for my liking. Not that dwelling on it'll get us anywhere. Trap or otherwise, we've got a lord to defeat. So how do we get inside?
What?
Well, we can't just march into the Viper's nest through the front door, surely.
There's a secret passage near a spring on the outskirts of the city. We can get in through there.
How do you know about that?
I hate camping out.
Let's travel with that. That was a big area over here. I might not be fighting on the front lines like you all, but I still like to think I'm fighting the powers that be in my own way. Oh, now you so this guy sells the Onyx stuff. So if you can find the Onyx armor and Onyx One Piece, Onyx Mail, Onyx One Piece, at this point you can just buy it off of him. I can make Gale win now. Still can't make any of their shit. But at least I can make a new sword for Alpha. Yeah. It's only... It's only like a couple things too that I need. Fuck, dude. I don't really make any accessories right now. I think I'm fine. Anything, wherever you are, come find me. I'll always be there to help.
I always love the sound of hammers banging away.
Let's eat and get some rest.
Huh? Why are you looking at me like that?
Are those mage clothes that you're wearing?
So what if they are?
The large hood is cute, and it's big enough to hold Hootle, too.
Huh?
And the way the fabric is cut into strips is really unique. I had no idea this sort of fashion existed on Dana.
Quit staring!
Did I say something to offend you?
No, I think she's just not used to the attention.
Alpha just calling it like he sees it. Yeah, that's good something. Something we haven't cooked yet. I had vegetable soup last time, right? Anything that's no, Brinwell doesn't have any favorites, apparently, of the stuff that I have.
This should definitely keep you guys full.
Alright, so now we heal more. We heal HP after fight. Talk to Shion or Winwell? We're gonna talk to Shion, didn't we? Speak to Rinwell.
Rinwell, mind if we chat a little?
Hootle, let me know if you sense anything. Another day, another Gald.
It should be good now. Don't need that one anymore.
I think he's saying something's over there.
The Owl Forest. I know what caught Hootle's attention. Okay. Hello? Who two? What? Excuse me?
Do you sense one of your friends, Hootle? I think Hootle... senses an owl around here.
What's going on? Why did the weather change all of a sudden?
The snow's gone, and it doesn't even feel cold anymore. Just what's going on?
I also would like to know what the fuck is happening.
What is this place?
I see something big farther in. Is that a Zoogle? No, an owl?
King and queen.
Hootle doesn't seem too wary, so it's probably not hostile.
Let's go see what's up then. Stay sharp.
Approach the large owl. Stick around a bit before we do that. Or not. Midnight Battle Garb. Battle clothing dyed pitch black, top to bottom, blending in perfectly with the darkness for late night excursions.
I don't get it. Why has it suddenly started giving us things?
Hey, is that owl beckoning us over?
I think it is. It's the owl we rescued before.
Then maybe that's what the gifts are all about. It's thanking us for saving its friend.
This one isn't just bigger than Hootle, though.
It's
Something
very
about it
clearly
seems
King Owl.
almost regal. Don't you think?
What if it was the king of the owls?
Would that make the other one the queen?
You think so?
Yes, they're clearly a pair.
I appreciate the King Owl's mustache.
Is this some kind of owl sanctuary?
It's such a big place, though. I wonder if those two were living here all alone until we rescued that owl.
I thought no other owls existed, but here they are. And a king and queen by the looks of them.
What do you mean no owl? What?
You never know what other ones might be out there until we look for them. It's not like you were searching the whole world over yourself, right, Rinwell?
That's... well, I mean, yeah. I guess you've got a point. Hey, Hootle. How about we find more of your friends and tell them about this place? It can be a little side mission on our trip, if that's okay.
It's fine with me. We'll find as
I
many
was
as we
gonna
can.
Look for them anyway for,
Thank you.
you know, get new accessories and shit.
Oh,
Rinwell?
it's nothing. Don't mind me. Ready to move on?
Birdie vesting. Max AG increased. Concentrate. Owl Astral Energy. Uses elemental attack strength based on a number of owls gathering. So literally become stronger every time you get an owl. I need to get that for Rinwell. I need to get this right here for Rinwell. Okay. Alright. Owls you find will gather in the owl forest. There is an owl king and owl queen in this forest, and you can talk to the king to get rewards based on the number of owls you've located. Alright, cool. Discover a few owls. Easier said than done, probably, but you know, whatever. Google will help. So I just fast travel here now? Cool. What else am I gonna get? Apple gel, light bottle, orange gel, panacea, noble blossom, old-fashioned dress armor made on Lenegus. Its vivacious flowery coloration makes it hugely popular among young running women. Noble crimson, old-fashioned dress armor made on Lenegus. The passionate crimson that tinges it brings out its wearer's womanly charms in full force. So we got outfits. Anything new for him? Midnight battle garb. That I actually dig that. It's just his default shit, but like black instead of blue. I think the mask. No, the mask is changed color. I thought the mask maybe also got darker. But honestly, that doesn't look bad. It's tempting, I'm not gonna lie. But I don't know. Oh, you're okay, let's wear it for a little bit. With all these things, I'm not gonna Mess with this shit too much. I didn't realize you can change the hair. Fucking spoilers. You don't even see that half of his face yet. Wait, hold on. I can wear dumbass, big ass glasses over his mask. That's dumb. It's not even lined up with his eyes. Oh, this is cool. I could make this sword look like any of the other swords, while still having the sword I want equipped. Bubble Blossom. That doesn't look bad. Just like her default. One more. Or this one rather. Because this technically would be the default. I don't know. It's the one she starts with anyway. That's cool. Fuck it. I like the king's voice. Trying very hard. This should make for a good owl perch. So hold on, do each of the trees represent a different realm? And so each time you find an owl in any specific realm, they'll show up on their tree? Looks like there's 3 per owls on this perch. Oh, that's cool. So it's like, and then it'll tell you if you found all the owls in that realm. That's cool. Everything out here. Man, I did not that owl shit.
You sense one of your pals, Hoodle?
So deep. I thought it was just collecting owls to get attachments for outfits, but...
So the guys we saw back in Messia were Snake Eyes, and your group fighting them is...
The Silver Swords. Heck, we even have members working within the Snake Eyes gathering intel for us.
Sounds like it involves a lot of double crossing.
It does, but it keeps us alive and one step ahead. Calaglia wouldn't have been liberated without those double agents.
Let's see what's over here. Another fishing spot? Interesting. I haven't unlocked the fishing mechanic yet, but good to know. I probably won't remember that that's here.
Get lost!
Take this! It's over now!
I learned.
Sword Rain Alpha!
I missed the name of that.
You're mine!
Let's give it a
Oh
whirl!
shit, she
You're
okay.
finished. I'll take you all on!
Well,
David
we're on the
Island,
home
that's
stretch
a freaking
now.
badass
Don't
name.
take your eyes off the prize.
I'm quite aware without you reminding me. Now! Mega Ray!
Together, that wasn't even a problem.
Yeah, I ain't scared of no Zulus. I ain't scared of no wolves.
Gotta break through! Take this! You're finished!
It's the way ready! See
Here I come! It's over!
I've never seen this actually.
Take this! You're on! Try harder!
I never miss!
Not again! Now! My turn! Yeah! Win!
We won that by a mile. Wait, there are way too many snake eyes up ahead.
I could take him. Famous last words. Of course, once I make poison charms, just no more of the mushroom toxins.
This will be a delicious piece of cake.
You're finished! You're out!
I'm only getting started.
It's over!
I'll be trading this one.
Now!
Still!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
See you continue on in that vein.
Yes, my lady?
Something you wanted to say?
Now!
Primo!
Astral energy!
Say no more!
Dude, that Supreme Ultra shit looks really fucking
Looks like it could be worth something.
That's badass. Now, before I head in there, I do want to explore this area if it lets me. But we'll get to it.
Right, here goes! You're mine!
Lightning condemned!
Not today! Here I
Thunderbolt!
come! It's over! Take this!
Annihilation!
You're finished!
Thunderbolt!
Here I come!
Here I go!
Take this!
It's all dead in the wind! Feel the power of water!
Take
Get on
this!
in there with the others!
It's
Mega
over!
ray!
Splash!
Spray!
Take this!
Whoa! Hey! One at a time!
Here I come!
Sleep now!
You're finished! We did it!
Let's
These
go!
little ones are hardly worth our time.
Let's talk.
Cut them apart to your heart's content.
I will put them apart to my heart's content.
I wonder if we can make new weapons with this.
Probably. Question is, who's left? I actually think I need that demi-human talent. With that, I might actually be able to make a new gun for Xion. I think she only needed one other demi-human talent. That might be getting it mixed up.
Gotta break through!
I never miss! In here! By the power of water! Lightning
Take
condemned!
this!
Do it!
You're primo!
Yes.
Astral energy!
Blast them all.
Say no more.
Blast them all to bits. Yes.
That astral energy was incredible.
I gave it everything I had.
This is such a fucking big area to explore. Probably stuff like in the water too. There's an owl over there. I'll grab it in a bit once I clear out the outside.
Right, here goes!
Lightning ward.
Annihilation!
It's on!
Lightning orb! Raging cascade! Into the shadow! In here! This will come in handy! Primed and
You're
ready!
mine!
Dance in the wind!
Mirage!
Air thrust! Now
Burn it!
give it a whirl!
Nice answer. They're probably
These
resistant
little
to that,
ones are
though.
hardly worth our time.
Less talking.
Cut them apart to your heart's content.
We won that by a mile!
We sure did. Make sure I don't miss anything. Parallax Stone. Thornor.
An opponent like this should be easy.
I never
Come one, come all!
sleep now!
You're finished!
Away.
Let's
Clear.
give it a
And
whirl.
everyone's starting all kinds of new shit now.
Now!
Well, we're on the home stretch now.
We got flyers!
I've got this! Let a marksman handle it!
You're finished! All yours!
Astral energy!
Say no more!
Alright.
Our work is done here. Let's move.
I'm right behind you, Xion.
Berserkers. And wolves. Hey, wolves.
Go no further!
Take this!
Lightning condemned!
Come and face me! Strike! Severing
Hear
wind!
me! Flame of fury!
Mirage!
Let the marksman handle this! Sit
Here I
here!
come! You're finished!
Breathing lasers away!
Here I come! You're finished! It's
Let me
over.
help. First aid!
Okay, here I go.
Lightning hit by the power of water!
Take this. You're
Annihilation!
finished. Take this.
Lightning
You're on. Try harder. My turn.
flame field! Reload! Hear me!
Here I
Flame
my
of
turn.
fury!
Strike.
Glacial spear!
You're
Here's
mine.
evil!
You're
Now!
finished.
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished.
There we go.
I need to be
She got
stronger.
leveled up. Sure, Chris, I almost called this Chernobyl mess. I'm not even lying. Chrysobro mess. I'm pretty sure this is like a super radioactive war. All these crystals. CP. Okay. Give me something good. Grit emblem. Raises endurance. It can often be seen equipped by soldiers guarding major positions and those fighting defensive battles.
The design of this equipment is really interesting.
You must really like it, Alphen.
Let's grab this. Fuck a berserker.
Let's
Oh, and
dispose
the
of the
alpha?
trash.
Take this! You're finished! Eat this!
By the power of water! This'll come in handy.
Here I come!
Goes
My
lightning.
turn!
Up and at 'em. Let's go!
Take this.
Lightning! Now! Here's enough. Here I go! Done!
Here I come! It's over!
Burning strike!
Strike!
Glacial spear! Pierce evil!
Here I come!
Breeze lancer!
Severing wind!
This
It's
one's
over!
mine!
You're out!
Where are you going? Ghost raging passion now!
Still!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
See you continue on in that vein.
Yes,
Do it!
my lady?
This ends now!
Consider yourself
There we
finished!
go.
I still got a ways to go!
Two sharp things.
Out of our way!
Here I come!
Seal! Glacial spear! Here's
You're
evil!
finished! You're out!
Freeze lancer!
Here I come! You're finished!
Let me help!
You are in tip-top shape.
As soon as I'm done here, come help out.
How could a girl ever say no?
These little ones are hardly worth our time.
Let's talk
Do it!
things more permanent.
So you're
This
like
ends
summoning
now.
those
Consider
fucking
yourself finished!
tornadoes and shit?
With your flames and my technique,
We're stronger together than we are apart.
What you got? Wolf tail? Gotta get a ferocious looking wolf tail. Pairing it with a second wolf ears can make the wearer feel like a literal lone wolf. Because no one will want to talk to you because you look like a fucking freak.
Looks like we've spotted one of Poodle's friends.
That's like using an orange shell. Recover some CP. think we've thoroughly explored this area. Let's get going. Apples.
An opponent like this should be easy. Damn it!
I'm only getting started now.
You're mine!
Get on the others. Searing flame!
Take this!
Lancer!
You're finished!
Here I go. Do it!
River!
Astral energy!
Say no more.
This is barely target practice.
Then why bother fighting them?
Because I certainly won't run away from a battle.
You know, that's a good attitude to have, Shion. Good attitude.
Rinwell. Hey, Rinwell!
What are you doing here? If the Snake Eyes spot you here, they'll...
So you did make it back alive. Man, am I glad to see you safe.
Barely. When we all got separated, I thought...
They're fine. They all got back in one piece. Well, Azugul took a bite out of 2 of our guys, but what matters is you're safe. So, you gonna introduce me?
Meet Alphen and Shion. I brought them with me from Calaglia.
You mean you made it to Calaglia? Wait, this is it? Just the 2 of them? Where's the rest?
Well, it's kind of a long story. It's best if I fill everyone in at once.
Your call, Rinwell. But everyone will be dying to know. We better get back as soon as we can. Use this passage whenever you need to go in or out of the city. Stay away from the front gate, whatever you
If
do.
you say so.
How do the Renans not know about this secret route of yours?
Cisloden's an old city. It's littered with pathways that people have long forgotten. But keep your voice down. We don't know how long this route will stay hidden.
This is a secret route that leads directly from the Navirab snow plains to inside Cisloden. It's an underground passage that even the Snake Eyes forgot about. There's a loud echo in there, so try not to make too much noise. Fair enough. Milk! Cool.
Do you sense one of your friends, Hootle?
There's a novel in this area somewhere. Welcome to Cisloden. You should hurry on in before anyone notices you. Also, watch what you say around people or you'll quickly regret it. Fair enough?
So this is Cisloden, capital city of Cislodia.
Be careful. You never know where Snake Eyes or their informants are lurking. We're basically walking into Azugul's den here.
Don't worry. You're not being watched. Get going. Remember, keep your eyes straight. Don't talk to anybody and don't stop for anything along the way. Anything at all. Got it? Excuse me, sir. I have to report someone for talking badly about his lordship. Tell me more. Depending on what you heard, there might be a reward in it for you. Alright. I wonder where my brother goes when he leaves. He says he found a good job somewhere, but he won't tell me where. I mean, that could mean quite a very many things. Probably not a very good job. Probably something really shady. Won't you please consider making it just a little cheaper? I can't quite afford it at that price. You know the rules, man. I can't change my words to lower my prices no matter how much you try to hackle me. Not even I can afford to eat it either. The authorities always make off with my earnings. I'm struggling just like you are. Last travel point? Alright. The taxes are so high, I can't afford to do business. I've got to sell enough to make ends meet. Hey, don't. Business permits would be the least of your worries if you wound up dead. You never know where Snake Eyes henchmen might be lurking. These guys seem less like slaves and more like peasants. Like just straight up peasants.
There are shops here?
On a permit basis. As long as people don't get reported on and sent to work the floodlights, economic activity is allowed here.
All this talk about reports and permits. This place really is different from Calaglia.
There's the owl. Hey you know anything about any surgeons? Because I heard you're quite informed about what goes on around here. I don't know anything at all, honest. If I did, I'd report it right away like any good citizen. I hope for your sake you mean that, because if one of us catches you doing something funny, you'll be arrested on criminal conspiracy. Those sick-ass shades. Tinted glasses that protect the warrior's eyes from the sun's rays. It can also be used to suspiciously conceal their line of sight. Thanks for the sunglasses, bro.
Looks like we've spotted one of Hoodle's friends.
I better get back to work now. We want to get in trouble for taking too long. That's fair. You can't be too careful. You never know who might try to report you. If you got no business here, then stay away. Fair enough. Look at those sweet sisters carrying on the family business even after the father's been hauled off. Damn. Who wants some bread? Nice hard bread, fresh from the oven. I know it looks a little unique, but I promise it's really tasty. It looks fine. Sorry about your dad. It sucks. Sucks what happened. I'm not slacking off, I swear. I'll get back to work, okay? This place sucks. Alright. I saw someone suspicious at the back alley market. Can we stop turning people in, please? And then what? We're orphans. It's not like we've got other ways of making money, but we're just creating more orphans. You know, she's got a point. Let's switch back to the back alley.
Rinwell!
Regan!
Shh! It's good to see you. Who's this?
They're with me.
If you say so. Come on, Menek's waiting. We can talk in there.
The name's Menek, leader of the Silver Swords. And I wish I could extend my warmest welcome to you all, but if my eyes don't deceive me, you appear to have a Renan in your midst.
Yeah, she helps.
If she is your prisoner, that's a rather loose leash you have her on.
She's not a prisoner.
So why do I get the feeling there's a rat about the house? No offense intended. See, I've grown comfortable with the likely outcome I'll be stabbed in the back, but stabbed in the front?
We risked our lives just to get here, sir. If you want to send her away, fine. But you'll lose me too.
I see. Trust is in about as short supply as light around these parts, and mine more than anyone's. But I'll choose to believe you. Forgive my manners. You must be tired after such an arduous journey. But to business. We need your strength. The Snake Eyes' grip on the city tightens by the day. Our people are suffocating out there. Hence the scouts I sent to find help. We're at the end of our tether here.
That's why we're here, to help. We've got the firepower to do it, too. But first, we've got some urgent business to take care of.
I see. So your leader is in need of rescuing.
It's none of your concern. We get that. But
it's coming to our aid that got you into this mess in the first place. You can count on us. Just as long as you help us with our problem afterwards. If he's been arrested by the Snake Eyes, as you say, then there's a good chance he's being interrogated over at their headquarters. Either that, or he's being put to work over at the Floodlights. First priority is finding out where he is. If you're planning on tagging along, Rinwell will show you the way. Just make sure to keep a low profile. Remember, it's not just the Snake Eyes. Hostiles lurk among the villagers, too. This leader of yours, he must be quite the inspiration for you to go to such lengths for him.
He's a good dude.
I look forward to meeting him someday.
Silver Sword. Gale Forest, Classic Pool, Forecasting Mobility. Interesting. That could actually be real useful. Or reduce casting time during combos. Alright. I'm still working on this one. This one. I can finally finish this one up. Okay, I think this one was next. Well, I don't have enough SP anyway, but... I forget which one was next between these two. I think it was this one and this one.
all right, let's head into town and see what the fuss is. Have you and Menek known each other for long, Rinwell?
No, not really. I haven't been with the Silver Swords for all that long, truth be told. He's a smart guy. But he's also deeply suspicious of other people. I can understand, since that's how you get to survive around here.
Really? I could tell he was wary of us at first, but he seemed to warm up to us pretty quickly once we talked to him.
Yeah, that's pretty unusual for him. I think that's a sign of how desperate things have become. In my case, It took a long time for him to start trusting me. But then again, I kinda get where he's coming from. You never know who might betray the group, or when the Snake Eyes might be watching.
What made you join up with the Silver Swords in the first place? This wasn't your hometown, so was it the Snake Eyes who...
No, it wasn't them. Actually, we shouldn't stand around talking. People will start to suspect us. Let's keep moving.
All right. If you're looking to pick up some intel, I suggest you visit the Central Plaza. You won't be able to just talk openly to whoever you like there, but you should at least hear some rumors going around. But it's a good opportunity for you to get to know Sisleton and see where things are. And see where things are at with it for yourselves. Oh, Dana, what's that smell? It's coming from you. When's the last time you had a bath, buddy? Hey, lay off, would you? I don't smell that bad. Is that how you talk to someone who spends their days walking through the sewers, hauling in what we need to keep this joint running? You should still probably take a shower, bro. Great work gathering all of that intel. I know how risky it is for you to get all that, but your information is always a huge help. Snake Eyes haven't caught you sneaking around for us, have they? No, they're not aware of what I've been up to. At least, I don't think they are. I couldn't tell you why, but sometimes I can't shake the feeling they may actually be onto me and just want me to think they haven't caught me. I never expected to see your crew running with a run-in, I must admit. Yeah, I mean, that's understandable. To be honest, I'm not sure I'm comfortable with it. You might say she's on the same side as us, but you just can't trust them. If Rinwell brought you here, then that means you guys can be trusted. Consider yourselves honorary Silver Swords. Feel free to use this place however you like. Oh, they got the fucking merchant in here? We're starting to run low on food. I better get in touch with the supply team before they can find more. So they can find more, rather. Everyone talk to. So I will talk to you to rest. Feeling tired or hurt, or come staying here so you can rest up and heal. How are we doing on health CP? We walk around outside, ready, bleeding, decipher, communicate, and lost about you. Well, we got full CP, and the only hurt has been me. Not that much, so I don't think I need to rest. I'll be good. But we still got that food going. What do you think? I look just like a snake eye, right? Now I can pass some of them, and they'll be none the wiser. Of course, if they catch me, that's it for me. But high risk, high reward, you know? Anyone who's an enemy of Lord Ganabel and the Snake Eyes is a friend. Oh, okay. For some reason, I forgot that the Snake Eyes were the enemy. So anyone who's an enemy of Lord Ganabel and the Snake Eyes is a friend to me. Whatever you need, I'm happy to sell it. Nothing new armor-wise. Yeah, I can make Cooper Flood for Shion. Almost forgot her name. I still need 2 Bizarre Megacores for this one. I'd really love to have this one because fucking them wolves are weak to fire. Still can't make anything for her. Damn, I'm gonna need a total of 4 Bizarre Megacores. 2 for this and 2 for this. think I'm fine on accessories. If anything, I probably want to make a bit of this for attack, but I'm fine for now. Yeah, guess we're good.
I always love the sound of hammers banging away.
Oh, she doesn't have her gun, like, on her back or anything when she's just walking around? Working well. Do they really expect us to trust that bright-eyed woman? If she's working for the authorities, there's no telling what will happen to us. It's not our call. I didn't still one who let her in, so like it or not, she stays. What the hell is Bennett thinking, letting a bright guy like her join up with us? Hell if I know, I've lost count of how many good guys we've lost to her kind. Same goes for that guy with her from Caligula. Just how naive is he to? Oh crap! Yeah, you want to say something? You want to say something to my face? I'm right here. Let's see. Well, you know, half my face. Bitch, that's right. That's what I thought. Motherfucker. So oh, I go this way. I hate not knowing where the snake eyes might be. So that's lovely. You never know who might be watching you.
So that's where those beams of light have been coming from.
Right. Any Danans accused of dissent against Cyslodia's lord are rounded up and brought here, then put to work. It's a fierce deterrent.
And you think Zephyr might be in there with them?
I want to see what the lights are all pointing towards. Take us there.
Damn, you can see where the floodlights converge from all the way over here.
I want to take a closer look. There's something I need to confirm.
What could possibly be worth the risk of us all getting spotted?
You'll find out when we get there.
Be careful. If anyone's even a little suspicious of us, they'll report us immediately.
Right. It's not just Snake Eyes we need to watch out for, but other Danans too. Still, there are a fair amount of people out on the streets. Isn't it safer to stay at home?
That's the thing. If you stay cooped up too long, people start to suspect you're hiding something. Damned if you do, damned if you don't.
So people feel like they have no choice but to turn others in so they don't get in trouble. What a miserable way to live. At the very least, we should probably go someplace where there aren't so many... Ah, Shion!
We already stick out here like a sore thumb as it is. So I think it's better if we just walk confidently out in the open. Don't look anxious. Just walk firmly and look like you have a destination in mind.
What, is sticking to the plan too much of a hassle for her? This is why Renans are the worst.
I don't know if it's a Renan thing or not, but she does have a point. Anyway, we're not gonna get anywhere just standing around. Let's follow after her.
Alright. We'll go them to give us just a little time off. So I'll pack up work again day in and day out. Well, you're taking a break. Don't say anything crazy. Do you want to get put on the floodlights? Can I help you? I'm just working here. floodlights sparkling.
Everybody walking around looks so depressed.
Can you blame them? They live under the cover of darkness day and night. That's bound to wear you down.
Not to mention all the snake eyes roaming around. Laughing, talking too loud, or just about anything that makes you stand out can get you killed.
Is taking in Embecca weaklings good for business? Most of them just run errands, but there's a few gems among them. Sometimes you get kids with real talent. Taking them in makes our job easier. That's true. Oh, yeah, I could. I got a tip that you're plotting a revolt. But that's crazy. There must be some mistake. It's the floodlights for you. Come along now. What are you looking at? You want to be on the floodlights too? No, thank you. This gate's unlocked down. Come any closer and you're under arrest. They're trying to move right here. That dude over there just shoveling snow. I hate shoveling snow. Apple gel. Walk outside and people give you the hairy eyeball. Hairy eyeball? I've never heard that phrase before. Stay indoors and they suspect you. Damn if you do, damn if you don't, huh? There's no use fretting over it. Someone will find an excuse to report you, no matter what you do. No goodies. Nothing. No, don't think no goodies around. Everybody's so quick to stab each other in the back for a day's pittance. I'm sick of it all. Yeah, it's so fucked up with it, man. Hey, I hear an outsider's done that. Let's submit a tip and get the payoff before anybody else can beat us to the punch. I'm right here. I'm right here. You there, miss. Yes, what is it? I've received reports of you wandering beyond your living quarters and work area. What do you have to say for yourself? This doesn't look good, Alfred. You're not conspiring with any rebels, are you? What? Perish the thought. I have young children to look after. Kids whose parents were sent to work floodlights. That's so. I've heard it all before, lady. I'm sending you the floodlights for going out of bounds without permission. You can tell those parents how their kids are when you get there.
No.
No, please. Who's going to take care of them if I'm not around to help them? Not my problem. Nobody asked you to take them in to begin with. Come with me. That's how you get shipped off. It doesn't take much. This is insane. Here's your reward. If you find anyone else suspicious, be sure to report them too. Right, of course. Thank you very much.
Hey.
Do you know what you just did? Huh? Alpha, no. That woman you turned in was looking after kids who had no parents. So, what's it to me?
Why you... Huh?
My parents got sent to the floodlights too, you know. They came back in a sorry state. They can't work and put food on the table, so I've got to do what I can to make ends meet. That doesn't mean you can simply feed us. Come on, get us some food. I'm waiting, damn it. God, I shouldn't have yelled like that. Alphen. I'm sorry about that, Renoir. Let's back up here. We have a realm to save, and Zephyr. So this door goes back to the alley. Where the alley does this go to? Oh, up here. Interesting. Pretty sure everyone's at full health, right? Yeah. Actually, Shion technically isn't. This is such a waste of an apple shell, but fuck it, whatever, I don't care. Sis, why did Mommy and Daddy get taken away? Did they do something bad? No. No, they didn't. Mommy and Daddy did nothing wrong, remember that. Nah, it's this fucked up place you live that's wrong. I haven't seen that person around here before. Me neither. Very suspicious. You better report them. Oh god, we need to go. Look at this guy, he's cowering in fear. Is the cold the only reason you're shaking? Well, please have mercy, I've done nothing. I might feel more charitable if you point me in the direction of someone up to no good. You can tell me all about it at HQ. You don't want me to ship you out of the floodlights, do you? Guys are fucked up. Hello. Don't mind me. It's getting real up. Let's see. Yeah, we went up that way.
A spirit vessel. I thought as much. So they're pumping it full of light.
No, not light. Astral energy. Of course. No wonder this realm's so dark. It's as though there's a pall over the sky even during the day.
Except it isn't dark. Not really. The light's just being diverted.
Diverted?
Suck up all the light, and all that's left over is darkness.
What's the difference?
Darkness exists as an actual element of astral energy, just like light does. Didn't you know that?
Yeah, duh. Of course.
Let me break it down for you. Astral energy exists as different elements. There's earth, water, fire, and wind, as well as light and darkness. But dark astral energy only exists on Rena, and light astral energy on Dana. So, dark energy isn't harvested as part of the crown contest.
She's right. It's the same reason why I can't wield dark energy, and similarly, why no Renans can use light energy either.
Have like a different.
The only exception to that rule on the Renan end is likely the Lord here, who has the Lightmaster core.
Whatever the case, it looks like they're collecting light here the same way they were fire back in Calabria.
Last one was fire, this one's light.
From what I hear, there used to be a proper day and night cycle in Cyslodia ages ago, but apparently, over the last 300 years, the darkness spread from Cysloden and covered the whole realm.
That's crazy. I can't believe the Renans found a way to steal even our own damn light.
We shouldn't linger. Let's keep moving before someone spots us.
Wandering around blindly is getting us nowhere. The Snake Eyes have the information we need, but we can't just ask for it. So what if we sneak in and take it instead?
I wasn't aware you knew how to be sneaky.
Hey, look over there!
That's Zephyr's son, Law. I don't know. Something doesn't feel right about all this.
Are you kidding? He's practically gift-wrapped for us.
Hey, what are you?
I remember you. What do you want?
Shionne's always pointing her gun at
We don't mean you any harm. We just want to talk quietly. Deal?
Make it quick.
Where are you keeping Zephyr? We're here to rescue him.
Why?
What do you mean, why? Isn't he your father?
Oh yeah, easy to forget that. After he abandoned me.
Abandoned?
It's the truth. All my old man ever cared about was sticking it to the Bright Eyes. He never even made it to Mom's funeral.
So you become an agent for the local lord?
You got a problem with that? You're not exactly one to talk, keeping company with a Renan woman. You think you know her, but wait until she has a choice between you and her people. I may have become an agent for the Renans, but at least I'm here trying to soothe the agony of my people from the inside. What's your excuse?
I'm trying to liberate our people.
I don't buy
motherfucker.
it. No. You're running because you're scared. You think you're the only one who's had to suffer?
What the hell do you know, you... What the... Damn you!
Word to the
Thank you
wise,
for gagging about
people
this
like
one.
you make me...
Look, I don't know what happened between you and your father. But what I do know is that when you fought back at the village, he wouldn't raise a hand to strike you. I've never seen Zephyr back down from a fight. But he could never hurt his own son. And when he said he was staying behind, I think it was because he wasn't willing to abandon you. If you know anything, then tell us, please.
I don't know where they're keeping my dad now. All I've heard is that they're going to publicly execute him in the plaza in front of headquarters.
Execute?
Thank you. You did the right thing.
Why are you so determined to help my father?
Zephyr is the reason I took up the sword. He taught me how to think for myself. And I want to learn more.
If they're going to execute him in the plaza, then it'll be too dangerous for us to go alone.
Let's ask Menek. He should be able to sneak us in.
Sounds good to me. Let's have a chat with him. So, I get that you perform a certain type of astral arts, but why does your magic look so different from what Renans use? Is it a different source or something?
I'm not exactly an expert on how Renans cast magic, but we both manipulate astral energy to create it. We just channel that energy in different ways.
Like how you chant your spells, whereas they throw out those weird symbols?
Yeah, and just like how there are different ways to use a sword, there are elemental differences between us too. For example, light is only in Dana, and darkness is only in Rena.
Ah, alright, that makes sense. So let me ask, does that mean you can't use any dark magic at all? Or that they're just more attuned to it?
Basically not at all, since I don't have any dark energy inside my body. There might be an indirect way to tap into it, but I wouldn't know. I didn't learn everything that my family knew about magic, so it's hard for me to say for sure.
Fair enough. Thanks for teaching me all that. I really do appreciate it.
Sure thing.
Yeah. Education, that's what we're all about here. Alright. Well, unfortunately, it is time now to end the stream. I want to play more, goddammit, but I have to end the stream because unfortunately I do have to work tomorrow. So, thanks for watching, guys. If you want to follow my Twitter, my Instagram, subscribe to the YouTube, or join the Discord, those links are in the panels down below. If you want to, if you're watching the vlog on YouTube, the shitty blurry ass vlog on YouTube, so that those links will be in the description below, along with the link to the Twitch channel. But yeah, this game is still fun. Still a lot of fun. The accessory thing is something I'm still kind of about, like crafting accessories. Like, if it gets to the point where I feel like I need a specific accessory, then yeah, I'll obviously I'll craft one or two. But yeah. And it's like, you know, there's like the different ranks of like the ore you need for those and stuff. It's a lot. It's a lot to think about. But yeah. Thanks for watching, guys. Next stream will be Thursday. It'll be Thursday at 8 p.m. Where we will hopefully be taking a look at Melty Blood type Lumina and maybe a bit of Soul Calibur if we have time. But yeah, because Melty Blood comes out on Thursday. I can't wait. Can't wait. Yeah, that's it. Oh, almost forgot to plug the podcast again. Yeah, if you want to listen to Rex, Halo, Kosh Gabi, Audrey, and I talk about video games and video game news and sometimes anime and manga and movies and shit, look up the Socially Awkward Syndicate on your podcast platform of choice. I don't remember everything it's on. I know for sure it's on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and iHeartRadio. I don't. Oh, it also has a Libsyn website. I think that's all I know for sure. It's probably on other stuff too, but I'm not 100% sure. But yeah, if you want to listen to that, that's a thing you can do, and greatly appreciate it. I think Rex also has like an email set up for it that you can send emails to us, just letting us know what you think about the podcast. Or I think the goal is to eventually have like an email segment where we read some emails. But yeah, so thanks for watching, guys. This game is a lot of fun. It pains me that I now cannot play this game anymore until next week. It pains me right in my soul. It pains me so much. It causes me actual emotional pain. But Yeah. I don't know where I was going with that, but yeah, it's yeah. Unfortunately, it is gonna the next Tales of Arise stream won't be until next week, unfortunately, because tomorrow's I'm taking off of streaming. Unfortunately, it's still gotta work. Still gotta go to work on fucking Wednesday or whatever. So yeah, but I'm not streaming tomorrow. Thursday will be a salty gig. We're playing multi-blood type Lumina and maybe Soul Calibur 6, and then Friday is the stream with Gabi. So yeah, no more Tales of Arise until next week. And that just causes me this right here, this pain right here. God damn it. You guys can see I'm pointing at my heart right here. That's where the pain is. But yeah, but it will be back next week, and then next stream, like I said, will be Thursday 8 p.m. I'll see you guys there, and have a good night, guys. Bye bye.